The Dutch Empire was one of the most formidable maritime and economic powers of the early modern period. Originating in the small European region now known as the Netherlands, the empire rapidly expanded to exert influence across the globe. Fueled by commercial interests, naval strength, and a unique socio-political structure, the Dutch were able to establish an extensive network of colonies and trade routes that lasted for over 3 centuries. However, like all empires, the Dutch Empire eventually declined, giving way to other rising powers. The origins of the empire lie in the 16th century, during the 80 Years' War, 1568 to 1648, when the northern provinces of the Spanish Netherlands revolted against Spanish rule. The Dutch Republic, formally recognized in 1648 with the Treaty of Westphalia, emerged as a sovereign state with an emphasis on maritime trade. The location of the Netherlands at the crossroads of major European trade routes, combined with its advanced financial systems and shipbuilding capabilities, positioned it as a hub of commerce and innovation. The 17th century, often referred to as the Dutch Golden Age, saw the Dutch Republic rise to global prominence. The establishment of the Dutch East India Company in 1602 and the Dutch West India Company in 1621 were pivotal moments. The Dutch East India Company, or Verenigd Oost-Indisch Company, was one of the world's first multinational corporations and was granted a monopoly by the Dutch government to conduct trade in Asia. Acting almost as a state within a state, the company controlled trade routes, established colonies, and wielded military power, all while amassing immense wealth for the Netherlands. The Dutch West India Company focused on the Atlantic, engaging in the transatlantic slave trade and colonization in the Americas. The Dutch Empire's expansion was primarily driven by trade rather than territorial conquest. The empire established a vast network of trading posts, colonies, and settlements across the world, including parts of Asia, Africa, and the Americas. In Asia, the Dutch established a significant presence by controlling key regions and trade routes. The Dutch East Indies, which is now Indonesia, became a central hub of the Dutch Empire, with Dutch control extending over vital ports and islands. The Dutch also set up trading posts in Japan, Dejima, India, Cochin, and Sri Lanka, Ceylon. By dominating the spice trade and monopolizing crucial markets, the Dutch significantly increased their wealth and influence in Europe during the 17th century. In Africa, they established key trading posts along the African coast, including in present-day Ghana, Elmina, and South Africa, Cape Colony, which became an important resupply station for ships traveling between Europe and Asia. In the Americas, the New World, they founded New Amsterdam, modern New York City, in North America, as well as colonies in the Caribbean and parts of Brazil. However, many of these territories were lost to the British and Portuguese in the mid-17th century. The Dutch Empire reached its peak in the mid-17th century, but its dominance was increasingly challenged by rising powers such as England and France. The Anglo-Dutch Wars, 1652 to 1674, marked the beginning of the Dutch Republic's decline. Though the Dutch secured some victories, the wars strained the Republic's finances and military resources. Additionally, internal political conflicts weakened the Dutch state, making it vulnerable to external threats. By the late 18th century, the empire had significantly weakened. The Fourth Anglo-Dutch War, 1780 to 1784, was disastrous, leading to the loss of many overseas possessions. The rise of the French Revolutionary and Napoleonic Wars, 1792 to 1815, further destabilized the Republic. In 1795, French forces occupied the Netherlands, leading to the establishment of the Batavian Republic, a French client state. The final blow came in the early 19th century when the British seized most of the remaining Dutch colonies, including the Cape Colony and Ceylon. Although the Netherlands regained independence after Napoleon's defeat, it never recovered its former imperial strength. The Dutch Empire, while small in comparison to other European empires, was incredibly powerful due to its economic prowess, naval strength, and innovative approach to global trade. At its height, it was a model of a global commercial empire, influencing trade, finance, and politics across continents. However, the very factors that fueled its rise, such as reliance on trade and naval power, also made it vulnerable to shifts in global politics and competition from emerging powers. By the 19th century, the Dutch Empire had largely faded, its remnants absorbed by more dominant empires, marking the end of a remarkable chapter in world history.